For more information on the Great Futures Club for ages 3 to 5, happening weekdays, and the Club Teen Center for ages 11 and older, weekdays from 6:30 till 8 p.m., go online at bcgwestfield.org or visit the club at 28 West Silver Street. The Boys and Girls Club of Greater Westfield. Great futures start here.
Okay, hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Tiger Talk. It's Tiger Talk live on Thursday, November 9th, 2023, 8:01 if you're listening in your car. I am your host, Kevin Daly, with my co-host, Carol Groom. See how I said that?
That was
nicer?
Very nice. Done.
We are back and better than ever.
Great.
No, we're not.
It's good news.
We have a great show today. We had a great show last week, Mrs. Grimm, didn't we? We had Mrs. Bean on.
Yes.
Talked about the Westfield Promise and all the kids that are dual enrollment going Westfield State and Westfield Tech,
right.
Getting credit for it.
Yeah.
If you didn't see that, get up on YouTube.
Yes.
Check it out. You can watch it. I see their views are starting to post a little bit.
Yes, they're posted and we're climbing.
You look amazing today. What is the gear?
It's School Spirit
School
Day.
Spirit Day. Why are we doing that?
We have a guest speaker.
We have
today.
a guest speaker today, which we'll talk about later.
It's a whole
and I had a
school
really
assembly.
good idea. What if we do every Friday is school culture, School Spirit Day,
I love it.
and maybe we do $1 for the faculty,
Yeah.
and we put that towards a Rob Alari scholarship.
That'd be awesome.
So that way, because I'm looking at some of the teachers and some new teachers that maybe don't have gear yet. Maybe we do that.
I think that sounds
I'm
great.
like the culture king right now.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you think?
Sure.
Yeah.
You'll have to think of a name for your committee.
No. No committee. What?
Well, it's
Oh, the
you
PBA.
and-
You used to be in charge of that committee.
I'm not
You-
anymore.
You said you didn't want to do it anymore. So
got-
anyway, really great things. We'll talk about all the things. We have IT coming on today with Cyber Patriot.
Yeah,
So we're going to
that's
talk about that.
exciting.
We have our IT kids working in the building today. We got our house build going on still. We have our assembly. We have our Tigers Pride Buffet today, which is
Right.
actually filled.
It is.
So we can tell you how great it is,
You
but
can
you can't
come
come.
in for takeout, though.
Oh, you can come in and get a takeout buffet.
Yes. Correct.
Really?
Yes.
Well, that's pretty good. So you can
He
do
let us
that.
know yesterday.
And we have then we have I keep thinking about our assembly. It's really good.
Right.
Oh, and we had our kids go to the Thunderbirds.
Right. Oh, that's right.
With Mr. Forney and the crew. So we're going to do a special on that too, maybe the next week. But we wanted to talk about that, mention that.
Super.
But we want to go right into we want to get right into the game, Mrs. Groom.
Yes, we do.
What's going on with you though? Let me be nice to you today.
Okay, at least for now, right?
Yes.
No, it's just been a busy week. It's a short week. It's cut up.
Yeah.
Tuesday we had voting day, and so schools were closed. We had PD, but so we basically had 2 Mondays this week, and then we're not having a real Friday because
Right.
today's the Friday, so everybody's kind of off.
Yeah, it's good. We'll figure it out. It's
Oh,
good.
we will because we have a nice long weekend.
So Troy tried to do this every show. If you're listening in the car on 89.5 WSKB, thanks for listening on your commute to work.
Yes.
You can also watch us on WCPC Channel 15 if you're an Xfinity customer in Westfield. And if you can't catch that, you can go up to YouTube at WSKB Radio.
Correct.
Not Channel 15, Mrs. Daly, Grammy Daly. It's WSKB Radio. We had a big order. I set up on their computer, on their TV, smart TV.
Right.
I said, I saved it for her.
Yeah.
And I still got a phone call.
I know
Can't-
technology's tough,
It's tech. Oh, she's going to be mad at
No,
me
it's-
today.
but it's tough.
So you're saying my mom's not savvy?
No.
I think that's what you
It's
said.
my
Mrs.
issue.
Daly is not savvy.
I think that is
Oof,
wrong.
She's going to be mad at you, Mrs. Groom.
No.
So we have, every week we try to have a new teacher on. to highlight what we got going on in the school. And then we also bring on some kids, too. It's run by the kids today. We have, who do we got back there?
Sophia and
Sam.
And then Jake, of course.
And Jake is our TV guy, so he's doing good. And they're the best. I think they're such a top-notch crew, huh?
They are, because they've
been doing
it
last
for
year.
years.
So run by the kids for the kids, which is great. So we have Mrs. Wallace on today. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I called her yesterday, last minute fill-in, and she was a little hesitant at first to get on. I said,
I don't blame you at all.
But you know what I did say to her? I
Thursday.
said, did you watch we send the Tiger Talk out on email to everybody in the staff.
Yep.
And 2 teachers I called, and they got a little nervous, and I said, have you ever seen Tiger Talk? And guess what their answer was?
No.
No.
Throw
Did you?
me right under the bus first thing in the morning?
So
Welcome to Tiger Talk with
that's
your
it.
host,
So
Kevin
this
Daly.
is Tiger Talk, yeah. So Marnie Wallace, welcome to the show and welcome to Westfield Tech. So we haven't had a chance really to get down. We hired you. When was your hire date?
I
August-ish?
think about a week or 2 before
Yeah.
school started.
Yeah,
so-
it was like we needed somebody, and you have a unique situation where you teach part-time for the virtual school,
Yes.
and then you're live for us in the afternoon.
Yes.
What do you think of that? How does that going?
It's going really well.
Yeah.
I am learning all about technology.
Yeah.
To add a caveat to
Yeah.
what you were talking about earlier. But it's great because there's all kinds of programs out there that I don't know about.
Yeah.
So I am learning a ton of stuff, and my students are always super kind and
Yeah.
help me when they see that I'm struggling
Yeah.
with something, because they've been doing the virtual school
Right.
for a while.
Right.
So I learn a lot from my students as well, which is great. I love that give and take in the classroom.
Yeah, it's a lot to take on, and if you weren't teaching during COVID, where that was sort of everybody's learning at the same time,
Yes.
the kids are already way ahead of everybody, and you're catching up. I'm still not very good on the Google
That's what I
Classroom
mean.
at all.
Technology is not easy. The
Yeah.
kids, they're like born into it, and they
Yeah.
really got it down.
Yeah.
You know, we're having to train ourselves
Us
constantly.
old people.
Yes,
Some of
and
us-
it's the language they speak. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm part
Yeah.
of that group
Yeah.
where I didn't grow up using a computer, whereas
Right.
Right.
you know, my children at 5, my son stood up and like swiped the TV. He was like, "Okay, I'm
Yeah.
done."
Knew it. Knew it right away.
Not how that works yet.
Right.
Give us a little background. How did you get to here? How did you get into teaching, and what brought you to Westfield Tech?
So I got into teaching by accident. I was in college and not sure what I wanted to major in, and was broke and tired of eating ramen noodles. My mom found out about a teaching position at a local prison, and so I taught anger management in a prison.
Oh, nice.
Was interesting. I loved teaching. I did not love working in a prison.
Right.
I have a lot of respect for people who do that,
Yeah.
though. And so that's how I fell into teaching. And then I was in the military and always sort of gravitated towards teaching. I did training, I did quality assurance. And so I ended up getting my teaching degree. And I ended up at Westfield Technical Academy because I love the idea of students having choices. And so academics in school isn't always for everybody. It's not everybody's jam,
Yeah.
but it's got to be done. It's
Yeah.
one of those things. in
Necessary.
life.
Yep.
And so they have choices on what they can do. And I'm so impressed by how driven the students are here.
Yeah.
I'm really goal orientated. And
Yeah, it's a nice, and we say this a lot, it's a nice luxury that we have where the kids want to be here, and
Absolutely.
they're motivated, and they know that you're a social studies teacher, and I was too, and maybe the question you always get, why do I need to know this question? You know, they might, but in the end, they know they just got to do it, you know, to get to where they got to go.
And they're impressive
Yeah.
because, I mean, being able to discuss different opinions and agreeing to disagree is definitely a skill you need no matter where you go in life. So I try to highlight that for them.
Did you maintain any of your anger management skills? Because I have somebody next to me that could use some pointers on how to handle her anger. Hi, Carol. So maybe after the show, you could sit with her a little bit and
I think
just
I'm
give her a
doing
couple
quite
techniques.
well right now.
I
Don't
think
you
you're
think
doing
so?
Give her
Excellent.
Thank
just a
you.
few techniques, Carol.
you,
I'm
yeah.
just trying to look out for you.
Yes, you
know,
are.
anything to make you, zen.
Sure.
Okay, great.
Sure.
So you've been here since the start of the year. How is it going? Is it hard to transition from you're on the computer in the morning to now you have kids live in the afternoon, or is that no big deal?
I feel like the transition is nice. I go from being able to teach my lesson plan online, and it's a shorter version online.
Yeah.
So it lets me know what I need to do to shore it up.
Yeah.
So it's almost like pre-teaching a lesson. Sorry, guys online, but they're great about it.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I put too much in there. And I'm like, oh, this would be great for in person. So I'm having to
Trying to
learn
find
how
that
to
balance.
tweak it
Yeah.
between the both.
Yeah.
And the kids are super patient with me. I've been honest with them and told them that I'm new at
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So I think the transition is nice though, because I'm ready to get up and kind of like
Move
stretch
around,
out,
yeah.
move around in the afternoon. It gives me an opportunity to do that. So I think my afternoon kids are like, boy, she's just like all over the place in
Yeah.
class.
It's definitely a unique situation, and for us, we needed that. We had overcrowding in some of the social
did.
studies classes and science too. So, you know, it's actually a perfect amount that you come in and you handle a couple classes. We could use it for more
Right.
to you know, make some of the other social studies classes a little bit smaller. But it definitely, you know, whatever, you know, 20 kids you have in the class makes a huge difference when
It
you
really, yes, it sure does.
take 3 or 4 out of another teacher's class,
Right.
because we don't have a huge staff here and we
No.
have a lot of kids.
Right.
So, what is one thing we asked is like, have you been around to the shops yet?
I have.
Yeah.
I explored on my own.
Oh, nice.
And then I knew I was at the end of the line when I went to this beautiful, magical place called Horticulture.
Yes.
I love plants.
Yes.
So I have kind of wandered around on my own, and I talked to my students
Yeah.
about their shops. And so I would love an opportunity to go and see what they do
Yeah.
in action.
Interestingly, talking to the Culture King right here, I had a conversation with Mr. Day Science.
Yes.
Who's not really new, but he's talking about how to integrate science in the science fair. And I said, you know, you need to meet with these teachers a little bit to see what they do. And I thought he had,
Yeah.
but he's like, I haven't even been into all the shops. And I
Right.
said, now that we have a permanent sub, sometimes maybe I'm thinking, this is me.
Yeah.
I
That-
really
yeah,
pat
you are
myself on the
just
back today.
Amazing.
Maybe we could ask Mr. Schulman to pop in with a teacher when maybe they have a prep period or a duty period, and you guys get a chance just to bop around and check out some of the shops, because if you get to see the shops, and it doesn't matter what topic you teach, you will see some way to integrate, you know, what they're learning in shop, which is why they're here. Right. And something, even social studies, I mean, you'll find something that you can, you know, whether it's the history of labor unions or whatever it is. I think it's one thing that we've sort of, I don't know, we dropped the ball. I know we did that when Mrs. Zabrowski was here, but we don't continue. When we get new staff,
Yeah.
it's hard for them.
Well, the time is so filled.
Yeah.
Timing is everything, and teachers are busy teaching.
Yeah, I know.
You
And when
know?
you do have when you do have a break, that's where you want to go get something to drink.
Yeah.
You got to go to the bathroom. You got to get yourself together for the next class, and you really don't have time to.
Right.
Oh, I'm going to go down to horticulture and
Right.
see what they're doing.
Yeah, the flexibility. I think people think that teachers are more flexible with their time, and
Yes.
they're not. They
No.
have to plan when they're going to use the restroom.
I know. Yeah.
So
It's true.
It is true. Yeah.
We built colonial characters, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Some of the trades that they did in colonial
Yeah.
times, and the kids kind of really got into
Yeah.
it.
Oh, that's great.
So they got to do a little research on that, and some of them are similar to what you do now.
Yeah.
I mean, when you built houses back then, you built houses. You
Yeah.
built, you do
It's-
construction now.
exactly.
I mean,
Right.
it's always easier and nicer because you've got all these really cool tools.
Tools. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Have
the invention of those too is implemented.
Right.
Have you been able to sneak down to Tiger's Pride, the restaurant, at all?
I have.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
And snag a little lunch or snack from them.
Cookies.
Yeah.
I have a sweet tooth.
Okay.
I have a green sweet tooth. So I'd
Mrs.
like-
Groom's a baker, so maybe you can cook some cookie. No.
No, I'm not a
Okay.
here and there bake.
Oh, Mrs. Bean, actually, I want you
right.
to sidebar here. Mrs. Bean
Who was our guest last week.
made a pumpkin bread for you outside my office at the foyer. Stop by and get a piece.
That
It's,
sounds
it's
really
delicious. I already had a
Thank
piece.
you.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
This
All
is
right.
what else do you need me to do?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This.
Mrs. Groom likes to always ask our new teachers some questions. They're the fast five. You don't have time to think about these. You got to just
All right.
let them rip when she asks you. Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Oh,
good.
you're gonna
Okay.
you check your watch.
You don't
You're
even
ready
have
to
the
go. I
time.
know you got to get to class. All right.
What's your favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Favorite restaurant?
Nini's or Emma's.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Both very good. Favorite vacation destination?
Someplace tropical
Mm-hmm.
and warm.
Right. Oh, great.
Caribbean.
Yeah. If you won the lottery, what would be something you would do with that money?
I would own a greenhouse.
Oh.
Really do have the green thumb, huh?
So I
No.
guess
No, you like plants.
Yes.
so I guess the next question we might already know the answer to. If you were a student at Westfield Tech, what shop would you choose?
Auto body or auto mechanic?
Oh, wow.
You're not choosing horticulture?
No, I wouldn't. That would
That's
be my
awesome.
third choice.
Have you been into
Wow.
auto body or auto tech yet?
No, I have not.
Oh
I
my
wanted to do
God.
that in high school, and
You
way
did.
back in like the dark ages, they told me I couldn't because I was a girl.
Oh, right.
Oh my God, we love
Now
that.
it's girls in the trades,
Yeah,
and
it's all about
we
that.
expect that.
So painless, right? No problem.
Yeah.
This is
See
no
how
big
quick
deal.
it went?
Thank you for being here for me.
Oh, you got it. You got it. I'm always here.
Oh
Don't worry.
God. What's on tap? You got you have kids.
Yes.
Big Thanksgiving plans for you?
My husband, it's his favorite holiday. He loves to cook, so I'm not allowed in the kitchen actually on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So yes, we have family coming over.
for
We
you.
have a lot of eating planned.
Nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
It's quick. I told you.
Yes.
You're back. You got
Thank
class
you very
to go
much.
to.
Last minute
Um,
coming on the show. We have veteran teachers who
Yes.
avoid this, or you.
Yeah, and you and thank you for your service. Speaking of veterans, right?
Yes,
Veterans Day coming up.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So all the
Tomorrow.
people out there that served and did that, thank you very much, and thank you for coming on the show. You're doing great. I
Thank
got to get
you.
up. Actually, I got to get up to get an observation on you pretty soon because I'm in charge of evaluating. But I know what you're doing, so you're doing great, and keep up the good work. We're happy to have you aboard.
Thank you.
And
Happy to be here.
looking for bigger and better things. We will definitely try to get you into the shop so you can
Yes.
expand a little bit.
Awesome.
Appreciate it. All right, we're gonna go to why don't we go to a quick song, guys, and we'll be back with a little more Tiger Talk.
On the last splash. I know you little libertine. I know you're a real I know you little libertine. I know you're a cannonball. I'll be your whatever you want. The bong in this reggae song. Spitting in a wishing well, blown to hell, crash. I'm the last splash. I'll be your whatever you want. The bong in this reggae song.
What? We're on? Oh, okay. Hey,
Got the
welcome back to
thumbs up.
Tiger Talk. Wow. Whoa, was not ready for that.
No.
Okay, run by the kids for the kids,
That's
guys.
right.
So
Sam gave you the
sometimes
thumbs
our
up.
transitions are. Sam, count me down next time, will you? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Nice, Sam.
Knock on the
Thank
window or
you.
something. Golly, Mrs. Groom gets talking to me and I can't concentrate. Well, that was nice. Mrs. Wallace coming on, huh?
That was great. She did an excellent
She
job.
did. And
Considering it was last minute.
Total last minute. She totally got us out of a jam. I had
She
another
did.
teacher lined up. He couldn't do it. I had another teacher. She said she had a meeting, and I was like, okay, that's okay.
Yep.
Hey, we were going to have her on the show anyway.
This is the way it goes.
And you were amazing in that
I,
interview.
I really kept my anger to a
I
minimum.
know. Good job. Was I hogging the microphone as you accused me of last week?
No, I didn't accuse you of hogging the microphone.
Hogging the air?
Yeah, that was it. That's the one.
Well, it's 8:21 on Thursday, November 9th, and we are listening to Tiger Talk Live. We're run by the kids, for the kids, everything. Our numbers are killing it. We're in the 60s on our last episode. Did you see that on
I
YouTube?
did not see that.
That doesn't even include live.
Right, the live thing.
We have our live. I think we're Nielsen rating is easily through the roof right now. What do you think, Brady? Good?
It's got to be through the roof.
We have another group. We're just going to keep rolling. We got
We
a
have to.
jam-packed
Yeah.
show today.
It's Spirit Day here
If
at
you're listening
WPA.
on in your car, we have two young gentlemen here from the IT department, information technology. One no stranger to the show, one newbie. Why don't we introduce ourselves?
So, hello, my name is Vladislav Vysotsky. Y'all might know me because I'm actually doing a Friday show on here. It's called the Vladcast. I mean, I'm a senior, so I've been doing the Cyber Patriot competition for 4 years already. And through those 4 years, we had quite a lot of failures, quite a lot of good moments, and personally, I enjoy the competition. So if y'all are not familiar with Cyber Patriot,
Hold on, Vlad. Hold on. We're gonna
We'll
get.
get-
That
we'll
was
get
a
to that.
great intro.
Yeah, Vlad,
Vlad.
killing it.
He's a professional. A lot of people don't know. He actually has a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how many subscribers do you have now,
It's
Vlad?
Vlad.
right now, 150,000.
Vlad, how?
What?
Oh my.
Yeah. So
okay.
this guy, he's no stranger to the media business.
Somebody,
radio.
how about no stranger to me? This guy's taking over the show right now. Brady next
Yeah,
to me.
and- yeah.
Who are you?
I'm Brady LePage. I'm a junior in information technology.
Okay, all right. Brady and Vlad. Vlad, you have your own show.
Yeah.
Called what? Vladcast.
The Vladcast.
And you have how many viewers or subscribers?
I have 150,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel. So I have also a Discord server which has over 230,000 members in it.
Okay. All right. Time
So
out. How come we only have 66? How do we get our numbers up? I mean, we're already leading WSKB radio by every show by a mile.
Sure.
But
Sure.
how do we get into that next tier?
the next year.
How do you get that many people to subscribe?
Usually, I would say that a lot of, for example, on YouTube, a lot of people fail to see that the consistency is the key because, like, when you post a video every day, you can notice that, like, the viewer already expects it, and they already know that you are going to be there for them.
Yes.
For example, you're going to be entertaining them, and that's why, for example, you grow because then there's another viewer and another viewer,
right,
and it
right.
comes on, it goes and progresses, and that's how you go through the process.
I think we're having a problem growing because of maybe some.
The posting?
No.
Or maybe it's me?
Oh,
Is
I
that
didn't
what
say
you're
that.
indicating?
Wow,
Well,
Carol,
your face
don't be
said
so
it. Your
rough on
face said
yourself
it.
like that. My goodness. Okay, well, we'll work on it. Vlad, you did a great job introing what you're on the show. You guys are both in the IT department, obviously. We got a senior and a junior. Vlad, why don't you tell us what you're doing now? You're on co-op, correct, right now?
Yeah, I'm actually on a co-op right here in the studio. So technically, I'm half a tech and half do my own show.
Sure.
So, for example, last week I was actually on a job and I was wiring the city hall. So
Very good.
It was we were pretty much reinstalling some of the cabling there, cleaning everything up. I was also doing my show last week, so it was a busy week. I
Busy
would
week
say,
for
yeah.
you. Nice. And now you're in academics this week. Take care
Yeah.
of your business. Okay. Now, Brady, junior, no stranger to the show. You were on last year, I think.
Yes,
More
yeah.
than once, probably, right?
Yeah. Thanks
And
for having me back.
yeah, welcome.
Great to be here.
And Mrs. Groom, I want to
Great.
talk to you. Brady got me a couple days ago, and he said, "Hey, I want to do my own segment next year, or maybe towards the end of this year. And you know, we have Al come on.
Yeah.
It's the sports guys. We haven't. He's got to sell it to me.
Right.
He's got to
Just
tell me
to
what
you?
it's us. He's got to sell
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
Got to sell it to us.
So-
But I like it. I like the idea of your own segment. You know, bopping with Brady. I don't know what.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
gonna
we'll have to
be
come up with a good name, and
Yeah.
maybe it won't just be me. Maybe there'll be another student or some other people, like just to get a pulse of what's going on at WTA.
Looks like Sophia wants in on this.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Sophia over there and Sam.
So Sophia, again, no stranger to the show as well. She's in graphics and she's one of our sound
Yes.
girls today.
Yes.
So Brady, talk to us about so junior, senior. We're having you on because we have a thing called Cyber Patriot, right? Who wants to speak to what Cyber Brady? You want to talk to what Cyber Patriot's all about?
Yeah, so I can give you a little rundown.
Sure.
Cyber Patriot is a cybersecurity competition. It includes high schools, JROTC groups, and middle schools. So you run through a simulation on your computer. It's in what's called a virtual image. So it's like you're in, think about Microsoft Windows. It's like you're in Microsoft Windows, but it's just simulated within your computer. And that allows us to do, whatever we have to do to it. We don't have to worry about actually damaging our own computer if we do something wrong.
Right.
And so in those virtual images, it's filled with security vulnerabilities. Your job is to find those vulnerabilities and fix them. So it could be as simple as somebody doesn't have a password, or there could be something running in the background that is exposing a lot of files, and you have to go in and find it, and every image is different. So you kind of have to have a general idea of what's there and a general idea of how to troubleshoot, or, you're a detective, basically.
Yeah. So you have to. There's a problem set up given to you, that is. This is a competition across the state of Massachusetts, across the country.
Across the country.
Across the
Put on
country.
by the Air Force Association.
Okay. So you are competing with. Now, are you by yourself competing, or are you with other kids?
So we have teams. So we split into teams. For example, on my team, I have, I believe, 5 seniors, actually. It's me, then Phoenix Durkee. We have Aries Hernandez, Caleb Durfee, and we're all pretty much in the same team. So we actually have multiple images. It's not only like Microsoft Windows. For example, for the first round, the practice round, we had, it is what it's called, Linux. So
Sure.
we had Ubuntu.
Yep.
That's a version of Linux. And we also had Windows. For this round, we had, I believe it was Debian, which is a version of Linux. Also, it was Windows and Windows Server. So we were already through pretty much 2 rounds. The first one was practice.
Yeah.
And
Now, these are programs that you guys, with Mr. Grimsley and the team over there, that you guys have been trained on, correct?
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
you know what you should be seeing and looking for if you've been taught correctly, correct?
Yes, yeah. And the other thing is they have, before the competition begins, and even for practice, they have practice courses, practice images, and we can go through and they give you an answer key sheet. So sometimes we'll go through and we can look at the answer key and say, oh, this is something we haven't seen before. Let's run that through and get used to that, because now that's something we can remember to look for next time.
A little practice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you have, what do we have for teams, Brady? How many teams are competing in the Cyber Patriot across the country?
So total teams, there's about 3,000 teams across the country. We have 4 teams. We have a senior team, 2 junior teams, and a sophomore team this year.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Okay, next question. In the past, have we fared well competing?
Yeah, we historically we do pretty well every year. We get so there's silver, there's gold, and there's platinum tiers. We typically have teams in the gold tier, in the higher side of the gold tier,
Yeah.
and sometimes even platinum. Vlad, do you know if there was a team in platinum last year? I can't remember.
Platinum? I don't believe so. I believe we ended in gold tier, so we ended second place in gold tier. I believe we were behind MIT only in gold tier.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I guess my question is, when you guys come to shop, when do we do this? Do we do this after school? Do we do it during the day? I know in the past, we've probably been doing Cyber Patriot for, I don't even know, 5-6 years. Mr. Grimsby
Yeah.
probably correct me, but I do remember a time where Mr. Richardson, I believe, started it, and I remember we were doing it on the weekend, actually, where we
Right.
went to the airport one time, but now we've managed to get it here. When is it held? And I guess like how does that work? Like, do you guys shut down? Does you shut the shop down to do Cyber Patriot, or what's going on? Either one of you can answer that.
So pretty much previously, yeah, as you said, we actually did it after school. But for the past, I believe last year and this year, we started doing it in school. So we actually have like areas dedicated to the competitors. So for example, last week it was in the actual shop that we were doing it. And pretty much I had co-op, so I had to, kind of take a day off
Yeah,
for that.
yeah.
And pretty much what we did was we had specific computers. So we assigned the computers to people. So usually we do it close to each other because that way we can help each other out throughout the
Now
competition.
that's legal. You can work with each other and
The
help
team,
each-
yes, and that's the whole point of the team is everybody can kind of work with each other. I know in my team, we'll all start. We might work on our own images, or sometimes we'll pair up because I have 5 people on my team, and then we kind of switch because maybe there's something that I didn't catch that somebody else will catch, or vice versa. So it's important to kind of get multiple eyes on something.
Right. Wow. Where are we? There's so much.
I know.
Right.
Yeah, it's very impressive that you guys are doing this. When you said MIT, what grade level is that?
I'm not sure. It doesn't specifically say it, but that's what I heard from my
Do
competitor.
you know? Do you know who you're competing against when it's live? When you guys are participating, do you know? Okay, I'm going against a school in Texas, or you just do what you do, and then the is it Air Force that's doing this?
Yeah, Air Force Association.
They
yeah.
come back and tell us like, here's how the teams did. Here's your score. And it's a move on thing, right? If you score a certain level, you get to move on. If you don't, you're done. Is that how it works?
So, there's the first few rounds. So
Yeah.
we just got done with round 1 2 weeks ago, and those scores are out now. Round 2 was last week. We don't have those scores
Okay.
yet. And so those first few rounds are more for placement. Like the first round places you for the second round, second
Right.
round places you for the third round.
Right.
And then you start to get into the where you're in like the silver or the gold or the platinum tier. And if you're in gold or platinum, then you can move up and go to states and the nationals, I believe it is.
Is it just high school, or are we talking, college level too?
So there's high schools, there's college level JROTC programs.
Okay.
There's middle schools, and I believe there's even clubs that do this. I'm not certain, but it's not just tech schools. It's not just
Right,
high
okay.
schools. There's a wide range of groups, ages, expertise. So when we take second to somewhere like MIT, it's great because we're up there.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what it sounds
If you
like.
guys need help, I'm pretty good on Google email.
Yeah.
Also, PlayStation 2, if that helps or
All
anything
right.
like
Well,
that. So
you can be the ringer.
yeah,
We'll keep you in mind.
yeah. If you need
can be the
help,
ringer,
just-
Mr.
just
Daly.
call me. I know how to turn it on. Mrs. Groom, you're savvy.
Yeah.
What can you bring to the team?
I don't know, snacks.
That's good. We do
Yeah,
need
that
snacks.
we need that.
We do like snacks.
All right, so we got 3 teams. This is good. So we have 3 teams going. Basically, you guys are in lockdown during that time,
Yeah.
and you're competing. You are all going towards stage 3. But it sounds like you've already done 2 rounds.
Yeah,
One
so
and
we
round
did.
3.
So we did our first 2 rounds, and now we're just waiting for round 3,
Awesome.
which I don't know if I wrote the date down on here. I don't
Now-
think I have it, but it's
yeah.
in a few weeks from now.
Great.
Mr. Grimsley or Flaherty or Lockwood, are they allowed to provide assistance at all, or no?
No.
No, they
Technically,
don't.
No.
They
don't-
don't have. So they are not allowed to give us direct answers.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning of the rounds, especially for the sophomore teams or some of the kids that are newer for it, they will give help in like this is how the competition
Right.
course works.
Yep.
And obviously like encourage us like you got this, but the idea is it's just our team
Yeah.
competing and it's just us. And so that's why like for the juniors we had 2 teams, so we kind of have to work on we don't talk to each other,
Right.
one team is one team is the other team, and we have the same course. So it's almost important that we keep
Yeah, you're
quiet
competing against
so
them
they don't-
too, right?
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
beat them. Little family home competition
Yes.
as well. Little
Yeah.
brother to brother stuff. I like it. Nice.
Yeah.
Mrs. Groom, any questions for these guys?
No, I don't. I think that they've been very open.
I think they did great.
Yeah.
I do want to check what besides Cyber Patriot, what do we got going on with IT right now? I know you guys are, for us at least in the school, what are you guys doing in the school right now?
We also have pretty much a competition called Skills USA.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking that. I'm pretty sure I'm not really into IT now since I'm a co-op
Yeah,
more.
you're out a little bit.
Right now I'm pretty sure revamping the access points that we have
Yeah.
in the school. Can you
Yeah.
give
Yeah.
more, Brady, on that?
Yeah, so across the building here at the Tech, and really pretty much every building nowadays, for wireless coverage, you have what's called wireless access points, an antenna that provides that Wi-Fi connectivity. It's a little bit different than what you're used to at home because you don't just have that one router that's doing everything. And so we, as the IT shop, Mr. Berrien over the Tech Center, shout out to him, brought in all these access points, showed us what we needed to do to switch out the old ones. And so we're going around to classrooms, shops, anywhere in the building where there's one located. Mr. Daly saw me the other day.
Oh,
I
yeah,
was
working
in the
hard.
foyer.
I had a
Yeah.
team in the student
Carrying
services
ladders
office,
around.
the ladders.
Yep.
Yep.
And
Looking so
so
professional.
yeah, so we come in, we just change it out, make sure the indicator light switches
working.
to where it needs to go to,
Yeah.
so we know it's working, and that's that. And it's a great experience, not only doing the job, but also working with other people in the building, like communication with
Yes.
clients. I'm upstairs in upper campus yesterday trying to talk with teachers. What periods are you free? When can we come in? Because we don't want to cause interruption
Nice.
to class here.
That's right.
Nailed it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's something you're gonna face out, in the job site. IT is huge behind the scenes for any business, but you have to know when you can do work because you can't just take everybody's internet out
Yeah.
at 10 in the morning.
Right.
You'd be
Right.
upset
Yeah.
if you do that.
Right. Just because you
Yeah.
want to do it doesn't mean that they're able to
Yeah,
have that.
yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
Yep. They're doing great. They're all over the
are.
building right now. They,
They
all
are.
have their IT shirts on. They look
Yeah.
professional.
Very
I've
professional.
actually seen them.
yeah.
When I was in English, I've seen them come in. They
Yeah.
asked politely the teacher when we can come in,
Yeah.
do the access point and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a
and-
nice Mr. Berrien. He should be buying you guys some serious donuts or something for hooking the building up and doing that. It is a great experience for us.
Yeah, it's great.
But it's also saving them a ton of work too.
Yeah, and
Oh, yeah.
and he was great. He came in and did a little intro, kind of showing us like what
Yeah.
we needed to do, and he's been great communicating with Mr. Lockwood on
Yeah.
how we're doing, and apparently we're running ahead of what he expected us to be doing. Like we might-
Wow.
No surprise.
Yeah.
fingers crossed we get everything done by Thanksgiving.
Good,
That's
good.
what we're on track to do right now.
Great.
Well, guys, you did an amazing job, both
did.
you. Check out the Vladcast. And Vlad, will we pick up some views if you link our show to you because you're on it today? Think about that. Brady, good job. We're looking forward to your pitch.
Yeah.
What you're going to bring to the show.
Yeah, I'll talk to you more about that. Yeah.
I know, I don't want to be, it's not going to be something as lame as weather, but we don't have, something consistent where you
Yeah.
can come on. And I love the idea.
I
of you
think
bringing
that would help
something-
with the viewers as well.
Brady?
Yes. Branch out.
Yeah.
He has other connections.
Yeah, he does.
and-
Yeah, these IT guys, you don't know how far.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you guys, my idea is we get more of just like the student. I don't want to say unfiltered because that's not
Yeah.
what I'm looking at. But like just more of like what's happening. What are things in the school that we don't
Right.
even think of? Maybe it's just sports. Maybe it's like what are kids feeling about academics? How
Yeah.
what are we
Yeah.
getting ready to do? Is there a cool project in biology somebody's doing?
Yeah.
you know?
Okay. Yeah, a little bit more specifics to
Yeah,
what's going
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Because we do. We talk about the general what's going on. We talk about
Yeah.
big events that are
Big
happening.
event, yeah.
But you're right. We don't dig down dirty like, oh man, I got this project in
Right.
science and everybody's in biology, so they all know what you're talking about. And you
Yeah.
know what? That could get the kids to watch it too.
Yeah, yeah. I know I watched the show.
Yes, you did.
I'm
Nice.
probably going to go home and watch it today on YouTube, actually. And shout out to my mom, who's either watching it live now or who's going to watch it on Facebook
Oh,
later.
one of
Yeah,
our biggest fans.
Yeah,
Yep,
absolutely.
Saw her.
Yeah, she's
Was
on
she
there a lot.
Wait, was she at open house too?
Yes.
Of course she was. Yeah.
Yeah.
we saw
Oh,
her.
yeah.
Yeah. Don't miss her. I mean, we don't miss her. Well,
I don't
no,
know what
you-
you're saying.
You can't miss her. How about that?
Oh, I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
Oh, you definitely
Yeah,
can't
not
miss
don't.
her.
Yeah.
You definitely
Can't.
can't miss her.
All right, guys. Thanks for coming on the show.
Yeah,
Good
we
luck with
really
Cyber
appreciate it.
Patriot. Good luck with the Vladcast and
Thank
your
you.
co-op. And you got swimming coming up too?
Yeah, so right now I'm actually just for the high school team, at least, I'm just going to be managing this season
Yeah.
because I'm still recovering from my surgery. I got surgery on the labrum in my hip, my left hip, because I tore it. And that's just from swimming,
Yep.
doing a lot of wear and tear on it. But my goal is February. Be
Excellent.
back to normal. I'll be swimming with my YMCA team, and then next year with the high school. team.
Perfect. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Yeah.
And rest
Excellent.
up so you're good. Have fun at the assembly today, guys. It's going to be a pretty good thing.
Yeah, it
And,
sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but we'll see. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
All right. And where's your school colors?
Well, he's in uniform.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
IT uniform. Got it.
Well,
Yeah. I usually have a shirt.
I was
didn't
informed
have a
today that I'm going on this podcast. Also have to. I'm a valedictorian technically of my class, so
All
yeah,
right. Good.
gonna have to do a speech.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
good practice.
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to
Excellent.
go to another song here. It's Tiger Talk, and we'll be back.
I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence, but I can't feed all the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. Yeah. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and the farming babies with slaves are working. The blood is on the table, and the mouths are choking. But I'm going hungry. I don't mind stealing bread from the mouths of decadence, but I can't feed on the powerless when my cup's already overfilled. But it's on the table, the fire's cooking, and the farming babies and the slaves are out working. And it's on the table, the mouths are choking, but I'm going hungry. 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 I'm going I don't mind stealing bread. I'm going hungry. I'm going
Live from Studio 120 at Westfield Technical Academy, this is WCPC Channel 15 and 89.5 FM, WSKB Westfield.
And we are back here with Tiger Talk. It's 8:44, a.m. If you're listening in your car on 89.5. If you're watching on TV, channel 15, CPC. And then also check us out on YouTube if you don't get a chance to hear. If you liked what you heard so far, get up to you. We're going to have some crazy views with Vlad, huh?
Let's hope.
Yeah. He's
I don't know.
gonna do
He
that.
seemed reluctant to share.
Well,
But maybe when he sees his performance on the show.
they did a great job. If
They
you missed
did.
it, we just had our IT department on. Two students, Vlad and Brady, talk about our Cyber Patriot competition,
Great.
which is each year we do that. We keep
Yeah.
entering more teams, and we keep doing better and better.
Yes.
So it's crazy. It's just
They're
like
very
Skills
impressive.
USA.
Yeah.
You know, we keep doing it. So
That's why I love the show when we highlight all the good stuff going on.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's not about you, Carol. It's about the kids.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm glad you reminded me.
Yes, I know. I do want to talk to what's going on. And Brady brought up a good point. I think I like his
I do.
take a little bit.
I do.
So I think it's going to be good. He's going
I
to get
do,
on the show.
definitely.
But today we have a guest at 12:30 today. He's called Jesse Green the Machine. Jesse's a world famous chainsaw sculptor artist. And he's had his stuff done on National Geographic Channel. He's been on ESPN and the New York Times and the Hollywood Reporter. And basically, he's a motivational speaker, and he carves some crazy stuff with his chainsaw. And if you type in Jesse Green the Machine and check out some of his work, it's amazing. I think we're gonna try to get him to do like the Westfield Tech tiger head.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna
Like
see if
the
we-
one on screen with
Yes,
the WTA
yes,
in
with
the,
the WTA
neck?
mixed in the middle. And
Yeah.
if you ever check out our logo, it's a lot of people don't know this, but in the middle of our logo, it
know.
looks like the tiger stripes, but it also says WTA in there. So
in
it's
purple.
pretty cool. It's
Very
legit.
cool.
It's legit. We just had. I do want to read some things that are going on. Of course, we have our buffet today, which is closed to the public for eating, for dining in.
Right.
But if you want to
Do a
still get a
takeout.
Thanksgiving dinner, takeout. Are you going?
I'm going. Quickly in, quickly out.
I'm gonna try to. I guess I can try to go get a little bit and inhale it. But I got lunch duty while you're.
Well, I have lunch duty
for
too.
one, I have both, so I don't know. But anyway, so Thursday, October 26th. So we had our open house, which is great.
Yeah,
We had tons of people show up, and that was for anybody in the city that wanted to see our school. Next week. We're going to the middle school. I don't know if I told you that. The 14th or 15th. We haven't
Yep.
decided, but
It
we're
was
going
Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, you were on the email.
Of
Yeah,
course I
didn't
was.
Tell you that.
We were going to go today,
Yeah.
but I
we
told
could.
you we had to reschedule.
That's right. Yes. On November 2nd, over 30 Westfield Tech students were invited to the Be Fit Leadership Summit in Boston. That was
Yeah.
last week. The National Guard and the Boston Bruins, who are 10-1-1 right now. Bill Groom, they're killing it.
I have that listed.
Oh,
to talk
okay.
about.
Sorry. They provided leadership activities and opportunities to learn from seasoned veterans and athletes, including former Bruins goalie Tuukka Rask.
Yeah.
So that was cool. Special thanks to Mrs. Blargen for setting up that trip. I know Mr. Hastings went.
Did.
A lot of our student athletes went, along with some of our just student leaders went.
Mm-hmm.
That is something that not everybody knows we did, and that's
Right.
really cool. So that was
Absolutely.
awesome. Our craft
Great
fair.
pictures, by the way, on Facebook.
Oh, you can get up on Facebook and check
Yes.
out those pics.
Yeah.
Facebook, Westfield Tech Academy
Yep.
Facebook page. Our craft fair is held November 26th. Is that right? Yeah, 9 to 3. Sponsored by our PVO. Proceeds from the event will be used for school supplies and scholarships for seniors. Please join us on the craft fair. I don't need to. That place is a zoo when we have the craft
It's
fair.
very popular.
You guys ever been to the craft fair? Okay, moving on. Our construction and electrical wiring and horticulture departments have been continue to work collaboratively in the building in the house on Mill Street. That thing is
It's so
almost
nice.
done.
So nice.
It's been a long time. Right now, horticulture is working on sidewalks and patios because we have Mr. Sperry.
Yeah.
They planted bushes. If you
I
have a
saw
chance to
those,
drive by on
yeah.
Mill Street, they have landscaped it now, and I think he's going to do a nice patio
Yeah.
off the deck
Yeah.
and with it tied in with a sidewalk.
Yeah, it's right on the corner.
It's looking
Lovely.
really nice now.
Yep.
I think the neighbors are going to be happy with what happened.
Yeah.
So check out the progress. Next week on the 14th, maybe we should go to the 15th so we don't have two things. Anyway, we have a
Okay.
general advisory dinner
Right.
on Tuesday, November 14th, 6 to 8. Participants from our local business will be attending to discuss their involvement with our career tech programs and hear about school updates. Basically, what that is, that's a big thank you
Mm-hmm.
to all the businesses that have our kids on a co-op or contribute to our school. It's we have to have one by state mandate. We roll it into a dinner for everybody.
Yes.
Our culinary department puts out an unbelievable spread. And
Very nicely
and
done.
Every shop has to have people from the community and businesses from the same
Right.
shop. Did I say that
Yeah.
right? Probably not.
In the field.
In the field. And that's a little thank you to them. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, this is what we got going on. We have nearly 40 kids out in co-op already.
Oh, that's great.
Yes. So our goal is we're gonna go for 100 again.
Yeah, always.
Last
shoot
year
for
we
that.
got to like 81. Mm-hmm. So we're just there, and there's a couple shops. If we just get a couple more in a couple shops, we'll
Yeah.
get there. And
That's
I
a
get
goal.
I get a
Keep
bonus.
Working towards the goal. You don't get a bonus.
Oh, okay. I was hoping I did, but anyway. So we talked about Jesse and Tiger Talk, and then also leading into the next thing. I know, guys, you probably don't have this, but I want to talk about our sports. Sports. Our girls soccer team and our boys soccer team and our cross country. We did fantastic. Our girls soccer team, listen to this. Lyle Washington, our manufacturing teacher and coach. The ladies Tigers finished 14-2-1.
Nice.
They qualified for the state tournament and played Blue Hills Vocational High School on Friday. Unfortunately, they lost in double overtime
Wow.
and penalty kicks.
And one of the students said that Blue Hills said that was one of the most
Exciting?
and difficult game, wins that they had ever.
I think we went in as the underdog, and
Yeah.
we sort of
and
almost
so
shocked
the
them.
other team gave our team a
Yeah.
compliment.
Can you imagine playing 2 overtimes, no score, and then it goes to penalty shots, which
That's
we've
amazing.
never had to do here?
Yeah.
I don't even know if Coach DeLuze had to do it. I'm sure he has in his years, but that's amazing. So congratulations to all the girls soccer team.
Yeah.
Great season, best ever, I think. And congratulations to the seniors on a great year.
Yes,
All right.
absolutely.
Our boys soccer team once again completed a successful season with Coach DeLude. They finished 11-5. They qualified for the state tournament as well and played East Boston.
Nice.
They had to go out there
Wow,
in East Boston. That was a
right.
tough ride. They ended up
Was.
losing, but congratulations to the seniors there too. They had a great season as well.
They did.
And like always, the boys program is just they don't rebuild; they just keep reloading. And he had a really young team this year. And he did great. So congratulations to everybody on the team and the seniors there. And our cross-country team, a successful season as well. Special recognition go out to Kaylin Hawley for finishing 4th overall in the Voc term and the Voc run.
Mm-hmm.
We had a bunch of kids qualify, and I believe we have a couple running this weekend, I think.
Okay.
So that's great. Joined
Excellent.
with us, yes. Joined with us are 2 guys, Mikey Sanchez and Al Rogers out of the bullpen. We had you. What's a breezy over here? We had to call you in because Antonio was unable to make it again. Hey, shout out to Antonio, right? Hope he's feeling okay.
Yes, for
we
sure.
miss him. What's going on? Mike, what do you got? Let's talk to you. We'll let Al do the color talk on anything. What's going on in sports?
So yesterday Boston played the Sixers.
Yes.
It was a pretty tight game. We sadly went down 106-103. Jason Tatum dropped 16 with 6 assists and 15 rebounds,
Okay.
which is
Ooh.
15 rebounds is
That's
a
huge.
lot
Yeah.
for a
15
small
boards
guy.
in one game.
Yeah, it's a lot for a small guy. And
Well,
Joel
he's
and
not.
Well, he's not.
but I mean he's not
small,
small, but I
He's
mean
not a big
like
man.
he's not a
I
big
mean,
man.
huge.
Yeah, he's not a center. So.
Yep.
Ripped.
But Joel Embiid had a double-double last night with
He's
27
good.
points and 10 rebounds. So
What did Porzingis end up with?
Porzingis
Do you
ended
have
up
that?
with 29 points, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, and I think he had a chance to tie it with a 3 and bonked it. But
Yep.
yeah, that's 2 in a row loss for the Celtics right now. They're down to 5-2, I think their record is. Anybody else in NBA you pay attention to, or just the
No,
Celtics?
it was just the Celtics.
Al, I know
last
you
night.
are not San Antonio, Golden State
State,
guy.
Yeah,
How's
we-
Golden State doing
We
with
went down to the Nuggets last night. Same thing like Mikey, we lost by 3-2.
Yep.
Nuggets go to 8-1. Golden State drops to 6-3.
How is the Chris Paul experiment working out over there?
It's in the middle for
Yeah.
sure. It's hard to explain, but he's doing the best he possibly can. I mean,
Yeah.
he's also not the same guy that he used. He's still good, but he's not the same Chris Paul that we've used to be seeing.
Oh,
I wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying.
Although he hasn't won a title. Actually.
But go ahead, ask me the question anyway.
but he's doing okay.
Yeah, he's doing well. I was going to ask Mrs. Groom about Chris Paul, but she said she wasn't paying attention. So we'll move on from that. Hockey, Mrs. Groom, you have an update for
No,
us
I
on
just
hockey?
I wanted to just give the record 10-1-1.
Okay, nice.
And that was
I know your house is Mr. Groom is a big hockey fan, so I want to mention that. Mikey, you got anything else for sports?
I have that World Series that went down
Yes.
like or last week.
Yeah.
It was a really tight series for like the first two games.
Yeah.
The Rangers took the first game 6-5 against the Diamondbacks, but then the Diamondbacks put up 9 in the second
Yep.
game, and they only put up 1. But then the Rangers were able to pull it through with the other two games,
Yeah.
and they won it. Corey Seager was the MVP.
Again.
Adolis Garcia.
Player.
I feel like Adolis Garcia could have had it.
Yeah.
He didn't leave with that
He didn't
injury.
get injured. He would
Yeah.
Yeah, he left with a lower back strain.
Yeah,
so.
you agree, Mrs. Groom?
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, he still took the ALCS
Yeah.
MVP
Right.
though, and NLCS MVP went to Cattell Marte. So
Yeah, Texas looked pretty darn good, actually.
Yeah,
and
they-
Arizona's got a lot to be. I think they're young, too, Arizona. So I don't know how that does for the Yankees guys, but
I don't know.
are you a Yankee guy, Mike?
I'm a Red
Oh.
Sox.
You're a Red Sox. So
Yeah.
2 Red Sox, 2 Yankees over here. We won't talk about them yet. But we do want to talk a little football, guys, right? I mean, that's what it's all about right now. I just want to give you an update. Mike, we're playing for the Buffalo Wild Wings trip. And I can't wait because right now I got 3 wins last night. I got 26 total. Mrs. Groom had a good week with 3. She's got 22. Al, you did good. You had 3 as well. Put you a little bit closer to 17. And Vince, we all did 3. Vince had 3 last week too. So
17, me and Vince.
yeah, you know, remember Vince has that one off week. We got to figure out what to do with him because he wasn't here, and Antonio wasn't here. That was the week that none of those guys are here. But it's a battle right now, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna go with honey barbecue, maybe a hot one, maybe a teriyaki spicy. I'm not really sure. I've never been there, but I can taste those wings. They're gonna be good. And Mrs. Groom will be driving the bus over there.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and she
Yes.
said she'd pick up the tab.
Sure will.
All right, so let's go to picks. All right, let's Thursday night tonight. We got Carolina versus Chicago. We'll start with you, Mikey.
I'll go with the Bears for that one.
You're gonna go with the Bears. That's at Chicago. I'm gonna do S for Sanchez. Okay, Mrs. Groom.
Chicago.
Okay, and Al.
Bears.
The Bears. Now, who's the quarterback for the Bears? Is Fields right there still?
Oh, something. I can't think of the dude's name.
Yeah. Guess what, guys? I'm going Carolina. I'm gonna rock the
Really?
boat a little bit. Yep. I'm so far ahead right now.
Who's the quarterback there?
Bryce Young.
Is it the backup or no rookie?
It's Bryce
Yeah, Bryce Young.
Bryce Young.
Who's okay? Indy. Oh wait, do you want to give us the injury report quick?
You know, it was a weird list this week. There was really not much. Most
What
of them
about
are
Aaron
back.
Rodgers? Is he gonna play this week?
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not. Oh. Okay. Hey, Mike. Indy versus New England. This is a snooze fest again.
You know, I'm gonna go with the Pats on that.
You
one.
are?
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Okay.
with the Pats. See if they pull
Okay,
through.
Mrs. Groom.
I am as well. They're playing in Germany.
Yeah, 9:30 in the morning. It's
Yeah.
gonna be brutal.
Yeah.
I can't. The Patriots are just horrible. Huh,
I
Al?
think I'm gonna go with Indy on this one.
Me and Al gonna go with Indy. Mrs. Groom, you're going with New England.
Yeah.
They're what,
All right. This
It's
should
gonna
be
be a close.
this should be a good game, guys. Houston versus Cincinnati.
I'll go with Cincy for that one.
Okay.
No, Houston's performance
I
last
will-
week, though.
Oh.
CJ
Yeah, that was
Killer,
great.
killer.
Great game.
What did you think of that
Game of the
performance
week
last
for-
week?
Yeah,
Game of the-
killer.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you got?
Cincinnati for me.
You like Cincinnati?
Yeah.
I know. Is
Do.
Cincinnati back, Al? That's the big question. If they
Four in a
are,
row.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. I'm gonna go Cincy here.
I think I am too. Although we'll see. They looked so good this week since he did. It's like, how do you not pick them? All right, the JETS Jets versus the new and improved Vegas Raiders. Well, they're playing with a mission. They got rid of their coach, and now they want to win. Mike?
Well, the Raiders spanked us not so long
Yeah,
ago.
I know.
That was a tough game. I'm gonna go with the Raiders on that one.
Okay. Mrs.
I'm
Groom?
going with Las Vegas as well.
Okay, and I'm going with Vegas too because the Jets are just I can't watch them. They're just so bad.
For sure.
You going with the Raiders?
Okay.
And Monday night, Denver. This is a good one. Hopefully, it's a good one. Denver at Buffalo. Mike.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo on that one.
Okay.
See,
Mrs. Groom.
And I'm going with Buffalo.
I'm going Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. Al. All right, guys, listen. Brings us to the bell. It's 8:59, right on schedule, Sophia. So you can't get mad at us.
Yep.
That was a great Tiger Talk. Have a great long weekend. Looking forward to seeing everybody next Thursday.
Yeah.
We're out.
Yeah.